Hi guys! Hello, hello, hello! How you doing today? How you doing? How you feeling? This fine Wednesday. I was gonna say Friday. It feels like Friday for me. Hi Annie! Hi Bravo! Well done getting first. Welcome in guys. Oh, um, I was expecting that. I was expecting that. Thank you for giving Annie a shout out, Bravo. Is everyone? I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking forward to doing some painting today. I hope you're all doing good. There's no one in right now, but I suspect we might be getting more people in a little bit. White Eye can't make it today because he has to study for his tests. Hey Bravo, hey buddy. Hope you're having a nice chill time after work today. I thought I should actually do some painting because after not being able to do it last week, I'm kind of glad that I can do it this week. I'm not too tired. I almost took a nap when I got home today, but then I thought, yeah, maybe not a good idea because I'll be too tired for streaming. So yeah, I didn't go to sleep, so we're good. We can actually do some painting. No work for 2 weeks. Let's go! Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned that. That's awesome, buddy. That was nice to get a freaking long ass holiday like that. I hope you enjoy it. You deserve it. You absolutely do. Alright, I'm gonna jump over to the next screen real quick. Not the gameplay screen. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Nice. Okay. So this is what we're gonna be painting today. You can't really see it amazingly well because it's light on white, so you know it kind of makes it reflective. Hey, happy for you, enjoy your well-deserved day off. Yeah. So what we're gonna do with this one is we're gonna rust the ever-loving hell out of it because I'm not sure if you guys can see it's like layered armor and stuff. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do like an ethereal effect on this. And I'm not sure what to do with the spear so much right now. I'm thinking of doing like just like rusted silver with some like splotches of like kind of like this for dry blood effect kind of thing. And maybe a little bit of red on it as well. Yeah, we're gonna be starting off with the armor. I was tempted to go with something a bit more horror related because you know it is still Halloween, but this guy is part of the ones I painted last time, so kinda counts. I'll need to paint this at some point. I do love this one, but this one's a little bit more complicated. I'll have to sit down and decide on how I'm going to paint his skin and his fur and stuff. Like this part's actually going to be quite easy because it's just like rusted metal. But like these parts are surprisingly difficult. So yeah, I'm going to come back to this one. Alright, let's get started. Let's go. I need to do more painting recently. The things I've been painting, I've only been like half doing them. I've not been finishing them as much as I've been wanting to. So apart from the last few things I've not actually finished, a lot of stuff I've painted on stream. I've finished most of it, just not all of it. Hey White Eye, welcome in buddy! Hope your studying is going well. Thank you for the nyanya. Thank you. And thank you for giving White Eye a shout out, Bravo. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna spread the silver out. Because funnily enough, getting the rusted effect, you have to start with the silver and then you have to work from that. make it look tarnished and then go and add rust on top of it. Yeah, it's gone great. Nice. Nice. Why is that brightness so strong? I know I do this every freaking time, but give me a second, I'm gonna mess with the camera. I can never get the brightness to be the way I want it to. I'm gonna see if I turn down the brightness. Does that help any? That's a bit. It's currently minus 64 brightness. By the way, are you using VBridge? No, I'm not using VBridge. I'm using VTube Studio. Is the model tracking your breathing? No. It's like an automated thing. Like a setting in VTube Studio that does that. Alright, is that looking better? Yeah, a little bit better. I don't know if it's just the camera being evil, but like the brightness is like it's like way too bright from what I'm wanting. I may have to get one of those giant ass lights to like stabilize the brightness, you know? I'm also trying a different brush from usual. This is one I've been holding on to for a while that I've not used. It's a light from the window. Oh, there's no light from the window. It's pitch black outside right now. Any light you're seeing is coming from this. Now that I mentioned that, I wonder if this would stabilize it. Oh yeah, that makes it a little bit better. Light is weird. You think adding more light would make it worse, but strangely, it actually just makes it easier for you to see. Yeah, this brush is going to take some getting used to. It's harder to pick out details because it's on the bigger side. Oh! Thank you for the hydrating, thank you for the cheese!
Give me mozzarella, give me pecorino cheese. All I want is cheese. I wanna eat cheese. All day long.
Cheese is my comfort food.
I wanna eat cheese. All day long. Cheese is my comfort food.
Let's go! Hey, Gordy. I'm not even gonna react to it. Oh, Jesus. Welcome in, Gordy. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for giving Gordy a shout out. Bravo, thank you. I'm doing okay. So I have a debuff applied to me for 2 days now that reduced my movement speed by 40%. Oof. That's a heck of a debuff. Did you like do a butt slam on concrete and now whenever you move your butt hurts? I could see that slowing you down massively. I actually did that once. Like I've said this before, I once jumped off a shed and landed on my butt. But weirdly I was fine afterwards, so I guess it wasn't that bad. Okay, sprained ankle. Oh, sprained ankle sucks, buddy. I've not gotten a sprained ankle in a while. I've had it where my ankle threatened the sprain, you know, when your foot twists in an awkward position. But somehow I've been able to avoid it for quite a number of years now. Hope it gets better soon, and you get like a hot compress on it and shit. If my butt would hurt, it would be a comfort deduction. I mean, true, but it would also slow you down. As funny as it is, butt injuries are no joke. I remember when I was a little kid, I was out in roller skates and it was a rainy day. And my mum was trying to show me how to roller skate properly. And she was going backwards and she fell and landed on her coccyx, which is, you know, like the bone at the end of your spine, you know, your butt bone. You know, to simplify it. And she had to end up going to, I can't remember if she had to go into the hospital to get looked at. And then it basically said you have to wait for it to heal itself or something. That doesn't sound good. No, it's not very nice. It's all good. I take it more easy on walking. On the plus side, buddy, at least you got your day of telling your coworker that that I told you so. So a little movement reduction is more than manageable after riding that high. Oh, I think I'm starting to realise why this is taking longer than I expected. The armour has a lot of ridges in it that's catching the brush. That's what's doing it. Why is it taking so freaking long? It's because there's so many ridges. And they're still talking about it. Nice. Love it. You gotta love a bit of revenge. It only happened to me once, but I got stuck home for 2 weeks. It was me going to get bread from the nearby shop and tripping on my own leg. We are sometimes our own worst enemy. This game is absolutely funny. It reminds me of the kind of shit you would see in You've Been Framed. You know, the whole movie related stuff. Oh, do you know what I've learned recently? That a lot of those You've Been Framed clips, they actually took them from that program America's Funniest Home Videos. I think that's a little unfair, honestly, because the whole premise of You've Been Framed was they offered people money to submit their clips, and if it appeared you got the money. And while that was happening, they were poaching clips from the American side. I often wondered as a kid, like, why is there so many goddamn freaking American clips in this damn thing? That was back in a time where a lot of TV wasn't so like homogenized with like tons of American programming and shit. It was mostly a lot of British related stuff. At least as far as I knew. When I was a kid, I think a lot of programming was actually Canadian. Like Goosebumps and stuff. But me being a kid, not knowing about countries, stuff I watched was I either saw it as British or American. So to me, like, anime was American because the characters had like American accents. But obviously that's because they were dubbed. Speaking of that, I think I would have watched One Piece a lot earlier if it wasn't for 4Kids. They did an absolute tragedy on that. They did the Yu-Gi-Oh treatment where they removed all the guns and anything inappropriate like cigarettes from One Piece. And then there was that rap at the start of it as well, which, yeah. Anime localizers really love doing dubs for anime in the 90s. I don't know what the deal was for that. I don't know. They love doing rap. Oh, yeah. Which is this taking longer than I was expecting? Edge highlighting is gonna... No, not edge highlighting. Dry brushing is gonna take to this really, really well. Because of all the ridges on it. I have to be really careful. I don't want to touch the like wings. I'm doing that a different color. Part of the reason I wanted to paint these guys during Halloween was because currently I'm backing this campaign on My Mini Factory, which is for like STLs for 3D printing stuff. And they're doing like a sub-faction for these guys, which I think looks really cool. I'm looking forward to printing them off at some point. I can relate, every cartoon was dubbed and it was hard to know from where was cartoon. Oh yeah, because a lot of other countries did dubbing as well, like the Italian dub, Spanish dub, all that stuff. It really opened my eyes as a kid to find when I eventually found out that anime was Japanese. Because in my head I was always like, why is a good portion of these cartoons I'm watching look really, really good with really cool anime like designs and stuff? And it turns out it's because I really like the look of anime as opposed to American cartoons. I thought American cartoons looked really basic and bland, whereas anime was a lot sharper, detailed, and vibrant. Not that American cartoons are bad, it's just they were more childish than anime, and I suppose when I was at that age I was looking for something a bit more mature. Stuff like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was too I did still enjoy stuff like Ed, Edd n Eddy though. That was still perpetually good. We only had Naruto and Shaman King on TV. I remember always making sure to watch every episode since there was no rewinding back. Yeah, don't remind me, Annie. There was a point where I was watching Dragon Ball Z religiously on the TV on Cartoon Network. And then I had to go on holiday. And I missed the entire Android arc. And I got right into the Cell arc. And I was like, what the hell's going on? I had no clue. I had to go into school and ask friends, like, what the hell happened while I was in holiday? We had, what was it? We had Shaman King. It was on a different channel. We had Shaman King. We had Cardcaptor Sakura. We had Monster Rancher, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't think we had Naruto. We had One Piece. I know that, but it was the 4Kids version. Very shit 4Kids version. I grew up with Dutch and English cartoons, and when I was 19 I found out anime, like Cowboy Bebop, and then it all went to subs. Cowboy Bebop, nice, that's a good choice. Kinda normal here for us to have subs, no dubs here really. I wish that was the same here, Gordy. I do not like the dubs. I get that they're useful for people that... Obviously there's people that are like hearing impaired, or just... I don't have a hard time reading subtitles. But, my god, I hate the localization. Whenever I hear that game is getting localized to be more palatable for a Western audience, I'm like, no! I don't want that, come on! Make it authentic Japanese, goddammit. I came to anime for Japanese, not for my own Western culture bollocks. If it was dub, it was changed. Sesame Street was with Dutch actors instead of dub. See, that I actually like that, Gordy, where they take something and then they make it their own, like fully, instead of like half-assing it. They take like the idea of it and they change it. I know it sounds like I'm saying localization, but where you're like changing it from the ground up like that, it's like I don't know how to say it. It's like it shares the same title, but with a different. I'm probably not holding it right. My first anime on TV was Chrono Crusade. Oh, I've never actually watched Chrono Crusade. Huh. How was that one? I must watch the anime on Fox Kids. Oh, Fox Kids. Hell yeah, Fox Kids was awesome. I remember watching tons of Power Rangers on Fox Kids. That and Digimon. And also the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well. And Beetleborgs. Fox Kids seem to have a monopoly on the... yeah, what do you call that company again? The one behind, like...
Kamen Rider and all that stuff. Either way, yeah. Fox Kids kind of had control over all that type of shows.
I have to learn and can't watch movies in dub here. It feels weird to watch dub.
Oh yeah. Alright, I'll catch up with chat in a second. I'm just gonna get this unfinished. Alright.
They implemented even with Big Bird wasn't Pino. It was blue instead of yellow. Nice. That one was interesting, but I remember correctly, not really suited for younger kids. There was a lot of shows on TV that weren't suited for kids, but somehow they managed to sneak it past the censors. That's what I liked about it though, you know. Because like Digimon is inherently like a shonen, like a kid's anime. But then you got into later seasons, it became like a lot darker. And I think the censors just didn't notice because they just were like, it's just a cartoon, don't worry about it. Fine. While we were actively seeing like characters pseudo dying on screen. They managed to catch it for Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's why they changed it to like the Shadow Realm and stuff. But weirdly enough for Digimon, they just didn't notice. Maybe it's because none of the kids died. I think that's probably what it was. The Digimon died, but the kids didn't. And then you got into Tamers, and Tamers get really dark. I think it was Hellsize mentioning saying that what was it? The 4th season of Digimon was quite good. I've never touched it. I've only got up as far as Tamers and just never ever watched any more Digimon ever again. I've been playing the games though, but that's about it. I've not even touched like Digimon Tri, which is like the follow-up to the original series. I really should get on that. Courage was definitely not for kids, but it was golden. Oh, Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was so creepy. I think the one that freaked me out the most when I was little was, you know that one with the were, what was it, were badger, were mole? I think it was a mole, and it bit like Euro, and she started turning into one. Return the slab. I don't actually remember minding that one too much. It was just the freaky weremole thing. Just, ugh, that was just so unpleasant. Like Shin-chan, I didn't actually like Shin-chan, Brody. Yeah, Shin-chan was not an appropriate show at all. I think as a kid I just bounced off that one because I just didn't like the art style. I thought it was really ugly. Funny thing about Shin-chan, you still see like merch in that show going about. You think it would have long since died off by now, but nope.
Whenever you see that merch, it's like seeing something from Beavis and Butthead still circulating. Alright. These freaking wings make this really hard. Alright. I think that is most of it done. Yeah, there we go. That's basically done. I'm gonna do silver on the weapon as well, because why the hell not? Yeah, there was also one time my father wanted to get me something anime related and got DVD of Agent Aika. Consultant in that DVD shop recommended it to him. When I saw the DVD, I did my best not to laugh, since it was definitely not something girls would watch at that age, especially. Agent Aika. A lot of these are from back before I oh my god! I just had to look up in Google and just immediately just booba. Just a lot of booba. Oh Jesus. Yeah, that is definitely not appropriate. Oh my shit. And all one is just a girl pointing her butt to the camera. Yeah, Shinshan is mostly classic for Japanese people. If I remember correctly, it's one of the longest series even now. I wonder if Shinshan is still going. Like, I know it's not going over here because, obvious reasons. But I wonder if it is actually still going. Over there. I know the detective. What's his name again? The one where the detective gets shrunk down into the body of a kid. Can't remember what it's called. Detective Conan, that's the one. That's still going, to my knowledge. And Made in Abyss, same idea. Oh, gory. See, when I first watched Made in Abyss, I was like, yeah, this is the most shonen of shonen shows. Kids go into a massive hole and go on an adventure. And then that one kid gets, she gets bitten in the arm or something? And her arm doubles in size and turns purple and just starts suffering excruciating pain and passing out. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god, this is not what I was expecting. Then we'll remember this for later investigation. Imagine my reaction, I was 12 at the time. My first introduction to anime like that was... what was it called? Maharomatic. Which was an anime about this cybernetic maid that goes to this person's house and works as a maid for cleaning the house and stuff. And overall, it wasn't actually that bad. It was mostly wholesome until they get random scenes where she was just taking a bath, fully naked, and the show was Yeah, we encoded this. No reason, but we're encoding it. Being here already that it was not that animated girl. Happy Tree Friends. I never watched Happy Tree Friends, Gordy. I got like occasional clips here and there of people reacting to it on YouTube, but other than that, yeah, I never ever actually watched it. Silver is coming off. How weird. Blotchy. Guess I just need to apply more layers. It turns out painting something cylindrical is actually kind of tricky. Is this freaking thing playing the same song again? Have True Friends was great. Oh, was it? Stop watching it 400 plus series and need to continue to watch it at one point. Oh, speaking of 400 plus series, One Piece. Like all these years, it has been a weekly series. They're moving it to a seasonal format as of next year. So it's going to be like 24 episodes every year. So we're going to have to deal with less filler bullshit. Have a good one with the painting, and then me going lucky time as I'm going to Shroud in a moment. No worries, buddy. Have a fun time. Thank you for the luck. Hey, Mr. Society, welcome in. Thank you for the headband. Thank you. How you doing, Mr. Scyther? Hope you're having a nice chill Wednesday. I'm just painting a Plague Knight right now. Trying to get into all the little details so I don't miss anything for when we're shading later. It's harder than I thought it would be, honestly. Thank you for the dragons, bravo! Yo, them roar. Hey, Scythe bro. Help me, Scythe bro. Why is there people setting off fireworks already? It's not even freaking Halloween yet. I'm not really feeling this brush too much. I'm not really holding the paint like my usual one. Also, I can't get as close to control because of how big it is either. So maybe that I'll give this one a pass next time. So, also managed to get all this stuff done that I wanted to. There we go. Alright, now that the silver is done, we can move on to doing some shading on it. And then doing some dry brushing. And probably some stippling as well. The armor's coming out really well. I'm not sure if it's really coming across on screen, but I do always love some metallic paints.
They're so shiny. Please don't do that again. I want money. I don't want to imagine you know, just stuck in a washing machine. I can't get out because my shoulder pads are in the way. Oh, did a bot come in? I get dealt with. Nice. Oh no, I see it. I see it. Banned because it's spam detected. Let's go. I'm good, thank you. How's the scaly boy doing? I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I mean, I did technically lose my job today, but apart from that, I'm good. I'm good. I chose not to sleep today because I thought maybe I wouldn't wake up in time for stream, but I'm not actually that bad. It looks amazing. Thank you, Annie. Thank you. This is just the first step. We've still got a lot more to go. Well, I'm sorry. No, it's fine. Technically, I've been in and out of this job for the past while because government bullshit. Like, there wasn't enough customers to get enough funding to employ me, and then that problem's cropped up again, so the business might actually shut down soon. So yeah, they didn't have enough money to pay me. So yeah, just the way it goes, just how it happens. Again, it makes me think Bro from Persona 5. Oh yeah, you're right, yeah. The nose does kind of look like that. Alright, I'm gonna... You need to be really careful with this. I'm gonna put the brush back into the little plastic bit. You watch what you're doing with that. If you do it wrong, it ends up like that. Ends up splitting some of the strands. You need to get it like just right. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Probably won't use that one again for a while. Alright, we're going to move on to shading. The effect on this one is going to be relatively simple, but I freaking love it. Because it gives off like super rust. Like the armor hasn't been worn in years, or it's just been through the worst elements possible. Rust all this up. The white bit there on the spear, I'm gonna make that like a bronzy color. I'm gonna color that in later on. I just want to get this done first. Oh, I've not asked that well, but how's the tablet situation get on, Mr. Scythe? I can't remember if you said you got that resolved or what.
remember there being a lot of hiccups with the second one. I hope everything will go well. As always, I tell myself when one door is shut, other will open. In the middle of changing job myself. It seems to be happening to a lot of people. Like job security seems to be in like an all-time low recently for so many people. I think the problem seems to be like a lot of companies don't really go the extra effort to like value or train their staff as much as they really should. That wasn't the case with me, you know, that it was more just there wasn't customers there for the business, but I think for most companies that is the problem. Employees just aren't appreciated enough, they're not invested in enough, and you end up with high turnover. Well, mainly it's just trying to connect my pet. Oh, at least it's just the pen. That's good. Same for Holly. I should. Oh, that sucks. And just with Christmas around the corner as well. Yeah. Same like every time. I just when it happens around this time of year, I just think of it as like a nice little break before Christmas. You know. I like to think positively, because the idea of going into into the job center to like say why I'm not applying for like 50 jobs a week is really annoying. I freaking hate the job center. Job center sucks. The one thing they're not good at, the advisors in the job center don't know how to get you a job in the field that you're good at. They just want you to do the most menial crap. Because it's not about you, it's about their quotas. They have to like hit quotas and stuff. Alright, there we go. That's the ever-loving shit out of that rusted. So we're gonna go from there, and then we're gonna. What was the next step? Yeah. We're gonna. I'm gonna. Yeah. Next step is to add the corrosion, and then we're gonna add the rust. If I had millions of pounds, I'd be like, right, you guys, my lovely friends, I have a proposal for you. Oh, that'd be so good, wouldn't it? It'd be great if you had enough money where, like, everyone close to you never ever had to work again. How nice would that be, where monetary things wouldn't be a concern anymore? You wouldn't have to worry about food. You wouldn't have to worry about accommodation. As long as you weren't really dumb and like bought like 5,000 lottery tickets or something. On mine for now, having a hard time finding a job where not getting harassed. Ah, that sucks, Annie. Not very lucky for now, but being positive and still doing odd jobs. You've got this, Annie. Yeah. That freaking sucks. Oh, that's bullshit. Will you pay your bills and give you an allowance? It comes at a catch. I've watched enough TV programs where that happens, and what was it? There needs to be like rules in place so that the person that gets the money doesn't spend it in dumb ways. I'm gonna do the wings now, just to I don't know, get it out of the way so it's not white. Alright, so we're going to start off by doing some green. I could probably go kind of bland with these. But the way I envision this model is, it's like every part of it is encased in armor, so you can't see the decay. But these wings, I'm going to make them like greenish blue color. So it kind of like adds to the mystery, is like this thing is unnatural. I remember the first time I used this contrast paint, I absolutely goddamn hated it because I didn't know how to use it. And now I realise you're supposed to use it on white. I actually quite like contrast paints. They do as well as the base that you paint them on. Right. There. And I think I'm going to leave that to dry for a minute. The thing with contrast paints is they're a lot more watery than regular paints. They need a little minute to soak in. Alright, yeah. So we're going to leave that for the time being. And then we're going to go back onto the rust. You have to collab 5 times a month and get art with me. That sounds like a freaking phenomenal deal, buddy. That's my terms. That is such a freaking deal. You have no clue. I think I said that is a cracking deal. People would be clamoring to get that deal as quickly as they could. Oh. Careful now. Careful now. I'm getting increasingly bad at putting these back in the plastic things. Because the whole point of the plastic thing is to keep them straight. But I'm getting so bad at doing that, it just ends up not going that way.
Oh, thank you for the posh chicken stretch, Johnny. Thank you. I thought that you want to support you. Yeah. And thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. See, the place I've got my water, it's really precarious. It's right next to my Nintendo 64. So if at one point I managed to accidentally knock that water, I'm covering my... I'm going to end up covering my N64 in water, and that's one thing I really don't want to do. I didn't play my N64 right now because my TV is gone because it broke. So, yeah. But saying that, I'd love to do that, but with the way agencies have been, the VTuber community, it would have been close friends only. Abso-freaking-lutely. Agencies have been struggling, like really, really struggling. I'm actually convinced that a lot of these people either power trip, or they just do not know how to run a company in general. It seems to be half and half right now. Where some people that power trip and also don't know how to run a company. So far, I'd say Niji Sanji is the worst for that. They have been so bad. I know V Shoujo is absolutely crap to bed, but oh my god, Niji Sanji was actively hostile.
to their VTubers. Hey Momo, welcome in. How's the adorable camera doing? And hey Anya, welcome in. All the freaking lovely people are here. Welcome. It's time for the Slime Time Snuggle Puddle Agency. Yay! Thanks for giving Momo a shout out, Jose, buddy. Thank you. All the freaking cute people. Hello, hello. That's not cute. Hey Anya, how you finding Yomawari? I still need to check that game out. I played I'm not sure if it was a sequel to that or what, but that was surprisingly creepy for having such a cute protagonist. What do you eat it to oblivion? Why? Is it just doing like tons of jump scares or what? He's so much freaking rusting. I don't want to overdo it with the rust. Then obscure details by accident. I love it. Nice. It shocked the heck out of me in the beginning. It did not need to do that to me. I'll need to give that a play then. I was thinking to play it, but got too scary after seeing the picture of gameplay. Yeah, you wouldn't think it would be creepy. You think it's just like a little girl walking about the streets. You think it would just be like a tame horror one, and then it just brings out all the creepy monsters. Like, I don't find it scary because it's cartoony feel. Plus, I kind of feel like it's doing Silent Hill F, and I've already gone through that. Oh no, not the ads. Hopefully you can get our ad deal soon, Anya. Oh, Trench Crusade, mate? Yeah, we're doing some Trench Crusade, Momo. We're continuing on with the Black Grail units. But this one isn't literally falling apart because of plague. Unlike the other ones. The great thing about Trench Crusade is it gives me an opportunity to apply a lot of like rust effects to the armors because it's so prevalent in the setting. Alright, is that mostly done? Yeah, we're mostly there. Make sure don't actually get any in the gate area. Yeah, I think that's it. Done. In regards to that rust effect. How much you have from from those. Oh, in terms of STL files, I have all the Heretic Legion miniatures. I have all the Black Grail miniatures. I have a sub-faction of the new Antioch ones, which is called Red Brigade. I have all the Trench Pilgrims, and I just pledged to a campaign of a sub-faction for the Black Grail. So I have a pretty decent amount. Currently painted off, I have every single every single Heritage Legion stuff is printed off in every single Black Grail. Neat. Yeah. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's a really cool setting. Where it's set during like World War One, but in a universe where during the Crusades, a bunch of Crusaders found an artifact which opened the door to hell. And just let demons out into the world. Welcome back from ads, Anya! Welcome back. Alright, what we're doing, I'm going to do some more shading. Well, no, definitely not shading. We're going to be doing more contrast paint. And after the contrast paint, I'm going to add rust. Like more rust, like you know, orange rust. You know, there was a time I actually walked about. I was going on walks, and I was looking for references for painting. So I actually have a bunch of pictures of fences and buildings that have been rusted. They got a reference on how to do rusting naturally. So whenever I'm doing buildings or like terrain and stuff, I'm gonna have a good guide on how to do it properly. Yeah, Shimawari is definitely good and creepy, but I don't find it scary. I'm glad to hear it's nice and creepy. Ideal for Halloween. Okay, pro painting metals. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing how you do doing the non-metallic metals. Because that's been something I've been tempted to try, but I've been too intimidated by the idea of it. You know, like using like blacks and yellows to do gold, for example. Alright, so we're gonna go over these wings with some blue. Some Nighthaunt Gloom. I'm gonna do that for the other side. I remember the first time I did this, I generally thought I was making a mess because I thought this is too freaking dark. But as they always say, you got to trust the process. This is what I tend to use if I'm painting my Nighthaunt. Get that kind of ghostly vibe going on. Alright, as last time, we're going to leave this one dry, and we're going to come back to it. Make sure to spread out the contrast so it's not too heavy in certain areas. There we go. I'm kind of scared of it. I need to do a lot of colour mix. You've got this, Momo. I believe in you. I'm debating to either play with my new drawing tablet or play a game. You could always flip a coin. What were you planning on drawing? Yo, one of these days I really want to get like a 3D model of all you guys, so I can print you off and paint each one of you. And just have you as like little miniatures of all my friends in front of the computer. I think that'd be really cute. I'd love that. I could quite easily do that. All I would need would be like 3D models, and I'd be able to add some supports and then just put them in the printer. Easy enough. No idea. Probably my character. It's been so long since I've last drawn sort of Comic Turbo. Nah, you'll do fine, Anya. You'll do freaking great. You could also do like a meme one where where your character's like eating someone, you know, because it's Halloween. It could be something like a customer telling you to move boxes, and then in the next frame it'd just be you having to sit down because you're stuffed because you've ate the customer whole. Alright, let's get some rusting going. Where's my dry brush? There it is. Got luck for making dinner. No worries, Momo. Have a nice dinner and thank you for the lark. Even if you're rusty, it'll stomach you, Anya. Yeah. Having more art of Anya in general is just a plus. Alright, hopefully this gonna be fine. I'm always wary of dry brushing because you can sometimes overdoing it.
I've come for your pickle.
Leave my pickle alone. I don't love with the plushie Anya I got back from Hellsing. Aww. That should be just like a common thing, Anya. There should be just tons and tons of like plushie versions of you. I think you would suit like a physical plushie so well. Yeah, plushie Anya, yeah. I could be a Rimmer Slime plushie being back. She absolutely freaking good. Alright, that's enough rust for now. What? Alright, what's up next? I'm gonna do the rest of the... Yeah, I'm gonna do the cape next. Is it bad I want to do Slime Rancher, but just catch it? Oh, can you imagine just modding that? Every single slime is just Anya. And every single time you catch one, it's just Anya saying, "No." Ba, 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 ba. If you could either commission someone to do it, I bet you can. Oh, you definitely could. Well, there's a way when it comes to mods and games. I'm betting you there's someone that's modded Pokemon into Slime Rancher. I can already see it. I've seen a few 3D model artists in VGen possibly do slime models. Do it. Do it. Mod Slime Rancher and just play that on stream. Alright, how does this look? Do you think these like wings look like ghostly? There we go. Do a bit more under there. Yeah, I like the look of that. That's looking good. It's got such a contrast with the rest of the armor. Read Anya codes on noises. Just get Anya into a sound booth. I need like a brassy color neck. Right, let's break out the medium layer brush. There we go. Maybe I water this down a little bit. Oh, I was getting my tablet and watch that I missed. You missed the discussion on modding you into Slime Rancher. Right, I'm gonna just dab these bits in. There we are. That's nice. Alright, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna poke and prod. This is gonna sound really bad. I'm gonna poke and prod this rod with some brown and red. And make like a dried blood effect. Maybe I should switch to a small brush. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just yes. That'd be amazing. Can you imagine if we did that with like everyone? Like all of our friends? Just mod them into like every single game we play. Like Left 4 Dead. All the other team members are just fellow VTubers that we know. Give me a second, I'm gonna get a reference. VTube Rancher? Oh, VTube Rancher, that could be fun. Yeah. Okay. Ignite. Alright. Alright, let's get a look at this rip. Alright, there we go. Hey Red Raven, welcome man, how you doing? Hope you're having a lovely day. Yeah, we need that. Yeah, we need VTube Rancher. Hell yeah. I'm just painting some French Crusade miniatures today. Getting the Plague Knight finished. Part of me thinks I probably should have printed off 2 of these. I just had like the second one be mirrored in a different direction. But I'm fine for one for now. Doing well. Awesome. That's good to hear. That's what we'd love to hear here. We didn't overdo it with the brown. That looks fine.
This one's my horse.
can already tell this is Hell's Life. Oh, Eden and Eddie. Rolf was just... They never actually confirmed what country he was from. I think they just came up with like just imaginary country and just like every single European country or whatever that they could think of, and just came up with random shit. But yeah, he was a freaking great character. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. Maybe I should... Let's see if I can like rub this in, make it blend a little bit better. Love Rolf. Rolf's nationality is not explicitly stated in Eddie, as he's an immigrant from a fictional country called the Old Country. The show draws inspiration from various European cultures, leading fans to suggest he is from which was roots in southern or eastern Europe. I can buy that. He talks about like yaks and stuff, doesn't he? He comes from like a hilly country, and he has like some aspects of like Swedish stuff and like Norway related things. Am I gonna blend this in better? I think I made the... Yeah, I'm gonna do it here. I think I might add some like rust effects on. Like dab it on. There we go, that's a lot better. It's looking like it's covered in blood and stuff, but not too vibrant. The way the bananas are crushing. That would be something that would just be amazing to watch back as an adult. Just the shit he came out with. The burdening of hospitality is too great for Ralph. Alright, where's my... I'm gonna do a little bit of stippling with the sponge. See, whenever I think back to that now, I just immediately think of like the scene from Monty Python, you know, the one with the French guy. Like, your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. Alright, stippling. Go. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna... I think that's most of them. Oh wait, no, I remember. There was another thing I had to do. There was always something else. I did, I might have to do that. Never seen that. Oh, you've never seen Monty Python? Oh buddy, you need to get on that. That's a freaking British classic. So good. Like so freaking good. I've not watched the third movie. I've seen what is it? Monty Python, The Holy Grail, and Life of Brian. I can't decide what one is better, but I always love the end of A Life of Brian. He's stuck up there on the cross being like, always look on the bright side of life. I caught the tail end of that when I was a little kid, when it was showed on TV at one point. I had no clue what the hell was going on, but I loved the song at the end. Okay, where's my blood effects? I know it's on the list. Yeah. If you don't mind watching the reactions, you can find plenty of people reacting to it on YouTube. Though then again, you won't get the full movie that way. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use this. I don't know if I should. Yeah, screw it. Use it. I'm still sad the Lion episode was banned on Teletubbies. Buddy, have you watched that episode? Like, I remember being scared of that when I was a kid. The freaking lion roars and just quickly going across the screen. Yeah, as a kid, I thought that was freaking scary. Though, granted, watching it back as an adult, it's just a freaking wooden lion on wheels rolling back and forth, doing like growling noises. It was cool. No, I thought that was generally freaking. I don't know why. I guess I would just easily spook. But yeah, as a kid, I thought that was really freaking creepy. Just add a little bit more on the staff as well, because if you want to say what's creepy or scary, look at Moonface from Curly Curly Dog. Courage the Curly Dog. Is that the one where it was like an actual guy? Or am I thinking of something? Give me a second. I'm just going to quickly Google this before I convince myself it's something else. Moon. Oh, heck yeah, I remember that. It's a random guy's face painted white with like black eyeliner and the fact that they managed to like talk Cartoon Network to being like, yeah, this is fine for kids. It's definitely not too creepy. Look, it's got a talking dog in it. A girl with the violin. Girl with the violin. I thought I memorized all of Courage the Cowardly Dog. Girl with violin. Oh yeah. What is that? Is that like claymation? Huh. Oh yeah, I remember that episode. He keeps like checking in on the room to see like how she's doing. And then she turns around and it's just like the freaking creepiest looking little girl. Okay, so that's quite creepy, especially. Oh my god, yes. They had so much more faith in children back then to be okay with that kind of thing. I will always say that you can present adult themes to children, but you just have to come about it in like a proper way, you know? There's ways of like articulating and conveying things in a way that's like appropriate. Like a lot of people would say that horror isn't appropriate for kids, but then you show them Courage the Cowardly Dog and it's like, yeah, no, you can absolutely do horror for children. You just have to give them more credit. Yeah. Cars had loads of creepy stuff. I really did. Just like the spiders episode. Freaking spiders episode? Ugh. I'm doing Googling again, give me a second. I said this earlier on, but the one I found the creepiest was the weremole. The one where it bit Muriel, and then she started turning into a weremole as well, and digging under the ground. That was scary. Oh yeah, I remember the spider episode. Yeah, that one was absolutely scary, yeah. They kept doing like close-ups and the spiders would get closer and closer and do like the gnashing with their teeth and stuff. Apparently the scariest monster was the mummy, and I'm like, are you for real? The voice, sure, but otherwise not scary. Yeah, I think it's just more people memorize or remember the mummy. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that is the scariest one there. It's more creepy, more foreboding, but it's not like right up there, like people say. Okay, I'm gonna do some basing now. We're more or less finished. Yeah, there you go. Or suffer my curse. Do you remember the one where they went to? It was supposed to be like a parody of. Was it Dr. Giro? The thing where people get turned into animals and stuff. I remember that episode. Nope, you don't remember that one? Oh. I wonder if I misremember. I know they did a parody of that one in The Simpsons, but I'm pretty sure they did that with Courage the Cowardly Dog as well. Into animals. Wait, did I actually just generally make that one up? Yeah, I can't find it. Oh. Oh, do you know what I think I'm thinking of? I think I'm thinking of the one where the people are getting turned into puppets and stuff. Yeah, I think that's probably the one I'm thinking of. Painting this space is going to be a little tricky because of the barbed wire in the way. I'll get through it. So what are you guys up to for Halloween? Like Halloween night? I'm gonna be doing what I do like every single year with my family. Gonna go to the arcade and play Poké Machines. I don't know how that became a tradition, but I've been doing that for God knows how many years at this point. Probably just movies and some games. Nice. Just watch like 28 Days Later and stuff, and play Outlast. You just know the moment that Halloween ends, people are just gonna start playing Mariah Carey, and it's just not gonna end. I mean, hell, I think some people are already starting to do that as it is. We don't really celebrate it here, but probably we'll try and play something. Yay! A lot of people used to celebrate it here, but less and less as time goes on. You don't see that many decorations now. I think everyone is just in such a rush to celebrate Christmas that they just ignore Halloween. Which is kind of sad. Because Halloween's a fun holiday. That's probably enough. Depends on what's available. Yeah. I've got the cookie stream. Yeah, cookie stream, let's go. Getting cookies for everyone. Alright, where is it? I'll try back there. Oh, thank you for the posture check, Annie. Thank you. I slouch way too much for these streams because my desk is so low down. Thank you for the hydrate, thank you. Make sure to stay hydrated as well, guys. Gotta look after yourselves. We go, that's one board done. The thing I like about doing these basic is as soon as I'm finished with them, all I need to do is shade over them with one colour and then that's basically done. It's so easy. have to get the base coat done, then once that's done, finish. I'm looking forward to seeing what Aldrin comes out with, because he's going to be working on some French Crusade miniatures at some point. Curious to see how he gets on. Oh, I just remembered that I was watching this YouTube channel the other day. It's about these two Swedish guys, and what they do is they go to they put out like this social media request to people who have a massive backlog of Warhammer, and they go to the person's house and they check out like the ridiculous amount of freaking Warhammer they still have to do, and they pick one army and a theme, and then they finish that, then give it back to the guy. So by the end of it, this guy has this really cool mini collection. I mean, granted, he didn't paint it himself, but still. He's like, that's a prevalent thing with this hobby. You end up with too much stuff that you just do not have time to paint. So a lot of people end up just like selling it or giving it away to a friend, which is a bit of a bummer, because some of this stuff can be pretty pricey and hard to get. But you have to look after yourself and not like start hoarding shit. Some people do that, but Games Workshop is kind of bad for kind of making you want to do that, because they do so many like limited releases and stuff that FOMO kind of takes over. I mean, right now I'm looking at pretty decent sized backlog, but it's not gone to a point where it's in the way, so I'd say it's not that bad. I'm also painting at least 100 things a year, so doing that means I am 100% getting through it one way or the other. So I don't feel too bad about buying stuff right now. I just had to keep myself to a schedule and keep working through them. I think I only have like, what, 5 more things I have to paint this year, and then that's me done my quota. You see some of these people that just start the hobby like right away, they machine gun their way through so much. In like record time, they like paint everything they have in like a month. I did that near the start, but eventually you just kind of like burn out a little bit, so you have to slow down. But yeah, it's still impressive whenever I see that being done. So next, what we're going to do is we are going to We're gonna add like a bunch of metal details stuff. Get the barbed wire and get the grenade, you know, all that stuff. Right, get this. This. I wonder what it must be like to do a YouTube channel just around like painting miniatures. Because I watch those channels and they keep it interesting because whenever they're painting they swap angles that they're painting like constantly. I'm sitting here thinking, buddy, how many cameras do you have pointed at the one miniature? Though realistically, I think part of it comes down to they just like stop after a while and just like switch the camera. And then once they're like, oh, that's a good amount of footage, they just continue painting as normal. That must be like hell distracting. Now, can you imagine like painting and constantly being worried about the like angle and stuff, so you get like the best shot in the camera? I guess that's technically what I'm doing right now. I'm still kind of conscious about like if you guys can still see what I'm doing, which thankfully you can. Getting together pretty nicely. Really bad at painting. Thank you, Annie. I appreciate it. Thank you. But no, Annie. If you keep at it, you can absolutely smash it at painting. It's just about perseverance. Like before I started painting, I watched so many videos, like so many videos, because I was worried about making mistakes. So by the time I actually started painting, I was not confident, but I had a general idea of how to not screw up. But as I say, the most important step is always just when you get your brush onto miniature, you're doing great. Because a lot of people don't even get to that point. They just like build the miniature and never ever get any further than that. To anyone that actually paints their own miniatures, they're doing super. Alright, so the next step we're going to do is we're going to get some brass. We're going to color the head of the grenade. And then from there there's some shell casings I'm going to do in gold. I'm going to put brass. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of practice to do this. Yeah. But once you do one miniature, where you've got like all the colours where you want them to be, it's so satisfying. It's also really relaxing. A lot of people see it as like a stressful hobby because you'd need to be like really particular, but it's just really like chill, just going at your own pace, just putting colour onto a miniature and then appreciating it once it's done. You should have seen the first time I did it. The first time I painted something, I did like one brush stroke and I was already convinced that I'd made a mistake because I'd painted over something else that wasn't supposed to be that color. It took me a while to convince myself that, yeah, the first coat of paint you put on will not end up missing stuff. You'll end up going over something you don't want to, and that's why it's good to not do like thick coats of paint so you can paint over it multiple times. Alright, is there any more shell casing? Is that it? Is it? Oh, that may actually be it. Nice. Nice. Alright, so with that, I'm going to do some shading. And then I'm going to paint the rims. Rims. There's only one rim. The amount of paints I have in front of me, like, look at this, look. This is just for this one miniature. There you go. That's like every paint I've used today. I'm not really sure if you can tell that either when you look at it. Alright, where's my shade brush? There we go. Aggressive shade, there. Part of me thinks I should edge highlight these things once I'm done, but I don't know. I like the base being dark as it is. Because the whole thing with shading is you bring down like the colours down to like a darker shade, and then you use highlights afterwards to bring out certain parts to make it pop. But considering the themage of French Crusade, I'm actually kind of happy with just having it very, very dark. Yes. You know? Darken up. Then we're going to do the... Right. Shading looks so difficult, but makes so much difference. Shading's actually really, really easy. You just have to make sure you don't put too much on at once. Because it's basically a wash. It's just putting like a lot of pigment over it all at once, and then smoothing it out, getting it to be a lot darker. It's the highlighting which is a pain in the butt, because it takes so much patience and precision. That's why I like dry brushing more. Dry brushing's way, way faster. The people that work for Game Workshop, they do such a good job with edge highlighting. Like, you barely notice it when you look at it. I need to do so much more practice if I want to get to that level. Because I try to do edge highlighting every now and then, but it always ends up really chunky. Because I've not got enough precision yet. That I could probably do with using smaller brushes. But like a good part of the reason as well. Okay, let's get the black on the rim. Careful with this. If you make a mistake with the rim, you can quite easily just... Your brush can like fly off and put black on something you really don't want to be black. Welcome Minis, thank you for the follow, welcome in. How you doing? We're just finishing up a play night here for Black Grail in Trench Crusade. Just have to get the rim done and then that's more or less finished. I may have to wait for the black to dry in so we can do another layer of black. It's a bit streaky right now. I'm gonna leave it for a second. Let's get... Thankfully, the paints do dry really quickly, so you don't have to wait that long. So I can probably do the second layer in like a minute or two. Love the clock, thank you, thank you. When I saw it, when I saw the reference image for it, I thought to myself, there's this horrifying thing that's covered up in rusty armor. You don't really get to see the horrifying part of it, which is what the army is known for. So I thought, how best to express that? I thought we'll go for like an ethereal kind of feeling. It'd be like whatever is under the armor is not natural. What game is that? It's Trench Crusade. It's by one of the it's one of the designers of Mortime in like early Warhammer Fantasy. A great paint job, thank you. I'll show you in a second once I can actually, pick up by the rim, because I don't want to smudge the rim currently. But yeah, definitely check out Trench Crusade. It's freaking cool. I was saying this there. It's a setting which is like an alternate World War One. But it diverges from the point of like Crusades, because the Crusades had the Crusaders open up a portal to Hell. So it's like a battle between like the people that support Hell and the people that are fighting for like it's like heaven and hell kind of thing, but like a proxy war. You get different factions. You get the Black Grail, which is like Beelzebub that spreads like disease and stuff. And then you get like Heretic Legion, which is like the human equivalent for the Hell faction. Isn't it that game with the STL files to print? Yeah. You can get a bunch of the STL files from like My Mini Factory, but you can also order like physical versions. And they've just recently announced. Oh wait, actually no, they just recently released a box of like plastic miniatures, which I can't remember what were they called again. Prussians, that's it. It's like mechanized armored infantry guys. Okay, this is probably dry by now, so I'm gonna see if we can get it onto the. Yeah. Right, there we go. Oh, nice! Didn't know that. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so here's how it's turned out so far. I might have went a little bit overboard in the blood effects, but I don't know. I think it kind of suits this well. Great job, really. Thank you. I was tempted to make the cloak like grey, because the reference has it as like grey, but I'm like, yeah, this looks way better. So what minis do you paint, Malka? Do you do like Warhammer and stuff? I've got a bunch of other Warhammer stuff that I need to get around to, like this one, like the Fleshy Quartz for Age of Sigmar. And actually, most of commissions, nice. That's really cool. All credit to you. Doing commissions sounds really hard because the amount you have to do really quickly. You don't see it on camera, but I'm like surrounded by miniatures. There's so many in this desk. A lot of people have their backlog in boxes. Mine is mostly built, but as a result, it's taking up too much space. Oh. Nah, not the full-time painter, so deadlines are ish. That's good though, it means you don't have to stress out as much. Alright, so yeah, how are we doing? Oh, 2 hours. Alright, so yeah, it's been a short stream, but we're probably going to wrap it up there. Oh, thank you for the stretch, Annie. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up there. I'll probably continue painting these next week. The one I'm going to do next week is either going to be this one, which is going to take a freaking long ass time, or like these two. Can't really see it because I framed them in white, but yeah. Oh my god, that model, I freaking love that model. It's a lot of tumors. So the whole thing is he's like covered in tumors, and the pustules like burst, and he's like cultists that take it and then drink it. Sick, yeah. Freaking hell of a time fitting all this on this one base, I tell you. Part of me's kind of intimidated to paint it because I want to get across like it's decaying flesh, but also like add a yellowy tint. So somewhere in between like skin color but yellow and green, with like the pustules looking really disgusting. I'm kind of glad I've gotten a bunch of experience with Death Guard though. Death Guard has been helping a hell of a lot with kind of figuring out how to do disgusting miniatures. Freaking love Death Guard. Death Guard's freaking awesome. Just gonna jump over. There we go.
Yeah, Death Guard. Oh, Death Guard is so good. I keep trying to convince myself to get a Great Unclean one or Mortarion. I'm thinking that's going to be sitting there for a long freaking time before I touch it. And when I do touch it, it's going to be so much work. Okay, who is online that we can raid? I painted 30k Morty ones. Ooh, nice. I've been trying to get myself to collect some 30k Warhammer, but then I'm like, you're already doing 40k. You're already doing Age of Sigmar. You're doing Trench Crusade. You're doing BattleTech. I have Star Wars Legion on the way. I'm like, buddy, you can't start doing 30k as well. It's too much. It was a pain in the ass. Game Workshop, I'm not good at red. Oh my god. Marco, you tell me about it. The resin. Oh god. I had to build and paint. Was it Emotech? But the Finecast resin version, I didn't know what Finecast was until they arrived in the mail. And I have never stabbed myself with a craft knife more times than getting rid of all the flash and all the mold lines. It was so shit. Also, his staff was bent as well. Yeah, ain't fun. It's not fun at all. Oh, I play Star Wars Legion. Nice. What faction do you play? I'm planning on starting with the, what are they called again? Separatists. That's the one. The droids. There's something about like a big legion of B1 battle droids I think is really cool. You play clones, let's go! Start playing Explosion factions, love that. Love that. I had a commission Horus and Mortarion Race. Ooh, Horus! Oh. I heard Horus is really, really freaking hard. What one was it? Was it like the Chaos version of Horus, or was it like the pre-corruption Horus? Because I've seen both, and the one where he's like full on chaos is it's so complicated. The pre-corruption. Alright, so it wasn't too bad. He has still tons of detail in his armor, but yeah, thank God it's not as bad. I bet it turned out awesome. I'm sure if it's okay. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we're fine with links here. While we're doing that, I'm gonna see who's online that we can raid. Oh, Dima's doing art. Oh, let's have a look. What art is she doing? Oh my god. The freaking model she has is in a padded freaking cell. Dima cutie, yay! Alright, let's have a look at this. This Horus. Let's go. Ooh, I love it. I love the way you've done the eyes of Horus on that. The way you've done the gradient from the red into the orange in the middle. The piercing eye. It looks so clean. Very good. Also the stairs. Yeah, you did a really good job there, buddy. You can be proper proud of yourself. Especially the Fur and the Wolf. Demon did the art and rigging in 2 hours. Oh wait, she's done already? Oh, okay. Oh no. She's only been on for 10 minutes. That model. Oh right. That's an interesting looking model though. Just a freaking version of herself in a straitjacket and a padded cell. Yeah, we're definitely raiding Dima. Yeah, she was thinking of making a new character. It's so fucking awesome. Yeah, we're totally going now. Shout out. Thank you for the raid message, buddy. It's raids for the second one, but thank you. And get this. Let's get the raid train going. Dima. Alright, start the raid. There we go. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm glad I managed to get my Plague Knight finished. I'm gonna see if I can get like all of this faction finished. Well, most of the faction finished by, I was gonna say the end of the month, that's not happening. By the end of next month at the very least. But yeah, thank you for watching guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, evening, morning and night. Annie's what? Oh, first time seeing Demon. Oh, right. Okay, I got you, buddy. I got you. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming, Annie. And also, thanks for coming as well, Malka. Good luck with the minis. You're doing freaking awesome. Keep it up. Alright, guys. Hang on to your butts, or we're going into a really cool streamer. So you're like getting on in this padded cell. Alright. Bye, guys.
Not addicted to Megabonk. You're not addicted to Megabonk?